hopefully Brad, because I want to see Pay kick off. I need some more drama. We got a little bit of drama this episode. I want to see more. Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show podcast. Today's podcast is going to be a review of Love Island 2021 episode 2. I hope everybody is doing as well as can be, and I really do hope everybody is being as proactive as possible in supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. And if you're still on the lookout for some resources, I've linked some in the description. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on my commentary. I'm always up for a chat, I'm always up for a debate. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. No hard feelings. And if you really like this video, consider subscribing and helping your girl out. So let's jump right in. So we start off, Chloe has pretty much entered the villa and she's given the boys an open invite to a group date, and the boys can decide whether they want to join her or not. No surprises, all of the boys decide they're going to go on the date. I don't know why they were making it such a big deal, like that whole dramatic briefing thing was unnecessary because it's literally been one day, and it's very obvious to everybody that nobody's really feeling each other like that. They get on the date. Chloe's asking the boys what their ages are. And notably, when Toby said that he was 22, she made a face like, oh, like he's too young. And I feel like this debate always comes up every Love Island. Like, you know, should girls date younger men or men their own age? Because I feel like, you know, age bracket, you know, 20, 23, would you also date the same age as you? And for me personally, I don't really think age is a big deal because I just feel like you're going to find the same shit, I think. You know, no matter what age they are, 20s, 30s, they're all pretty much the same in my opinion. I think the only difference is that older men just have more money. So that's the only incentive for me to date older. So yeah. But for me, age isn't really a big deal. Isn't a deal breaker for me. But I'd be interested to hear from you guys. 22, could you do that even if you were around that age yourself, or is it older men for you? Let me know. All of the boys pretty much say that they're interested, but Jake had to make it clear to Chloe that he was recruiting for his Aryan army. So interestingly, Chloe kept it coy on the date when the boys were asking her who she was feeling. She was kind of saying, oh, you know, I like personality, I've got to get to know people. So she's keeping it coy. So like she says all the time in her confessional, she likes attention, and I think that is the case. I think she wants the boys to graft for her, to fight for her potentially. So that's what I'm kind of thinking, her keeping it coy. In terms of my first impressions of Chloe, there's not really much chaotic energy that I was hoping for. I was hoping she was going to be my toxic fave, but it's still very bland for me. It's not giving me bad bitch. It's giving me the baddest mum at the gate picking up her kids at school. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from Chloe. So Chloe comes into the house and it seems like it's the battle of the blondes because the blondes are rattled. Liberty is rattled. Faye is rattled. We also have our first night in the villa. Notably, everybody is sleeping far apart. Them 2 meters. So I was just kind of thinking at that point, yeah, nobody really likes each other. The next morning, the girls are speculating about, you know, who Chloe might be after. Notably, Kaz at that point was kind of like, you know what, if she gets stolen by Toby, I don't even care because we were in bed and there was no cuddling. So at that point, she was kind of just thinking, yeah, Toby has no interest in her, which is interesting now, considering what happens in the episode. Faye seems to be a bit pressed. Sharon seems to be a bit pressed, and so does Shannon as well. Like when she was coming out in the bikinis, they were all just like, oh, maybe we should get our bikinis now. So even though Chloe's a bit bland, she has kind of brought in that kind of competition, a bit of pettiness, a bit of cattiness. So we have that. So in terms of who Chloe kind of looked like she was going to be interested in terms of the recoupling, she kind of immediately writes off Hugo. She just said, like, there's no sexual attraction there. But she kind of said that she was feeling Aaron. They had a conversation. She said she's feeling him. And you know what? Their accents match. It's giving me that middle-class interracial couple. So I actually feel like them together could be a good match. Notably, in that conversation, she says that she is happy that he's not a banker because Aaron did economics at university. Notably, he went to Birmingham. It seems like half the cast went to uni in Birmingham. Yeah, she said she's happy he's not a banker because bankers are dickheads. And you know what? I have to agree. Like, I don't think I will ever date a banker because they're just really stingy and arrogant. But yeah, for me, bankers are a no-no. But I'd be interested from you guys. Have any of you dealt with bankers? How did it go for you? Chloe also gets talking with Brad as well, and she says that she's interested in Brad, and it's not really a surprise. Brad is pretty much the best looking guy in the villa. Like, come on. So I'm not surprised she wants to go there with Brad. He's nice to look at. And then we have our first challenge, which is a horny devil challenge, which is basically one of those ones where there's a sexy statement and someone has to guess who it is by kissing them. So first up, we have the boys who have to guess which statement the girl belongs to. And the first one was someone who orgasms in their sleep. Toby was up first. He kisses Kaz, which was interesting. I thought he was going to kiss someone else, but he actually picked Kaz. And it was quite a snog. And it turned out to be Liberty who was the person in question. Then next it was Jake who had to guess which girl had a sex toy stuck up their parts. And he kisses Liberty. And I believe it was actually Liberty. Was it Liberty? I can't remember. Who was it? I can't remember who it was. Anyway. Then it was Brad who had to guess who sent tit pics to start off the day, and he kisses Faye. And it was actually Faye. It makes sense. She's probably paid a lot of money for her tits, so she wants to show them to the world. Well, to her base. Then Aaron had to guess which girl had 3 threesomes, and he kisses Sharon, which was quite interesting. I would have thought he would have kissed Shannon, but I think he's twigged that Shannon is not interested, and he got it right. Okay, so Sharon's been out here. Interestingly, she said, she wanted to figure out if she liked boys or girls. Interesting, Sharon. And then Toby had to guess which girl had sex at a bar or on a bar stool, and Toby picks Shannon. But interestingly, Shannon actually curves him. I don't know if that was out of solidarity to Kaz or whether she just didn't really want to kiss him. Then it was the boys' turn. Up first was Faye, who had to guess whose nan walked in on them doing the deed. It was obviously Brad. She does kiss Brad, and obviously it was him. Then it was Chloe who had to guess who had a foot fetish. And it's very obvious that it was Jake. I mean, he goes on about it all the time. Interestingly, that kiss was pretty intense. Very intense kiss. Then Sharon had to guess who had sex in the road. I don't know. Some of these things were just really stupid anyway. And not really interesting. But Sharon chooses to kiss Aaron back, which again was quite interesting. So now I'm kind of thinking, oh, is that going to be a thing now? Sharon and Aaron. But it turned out to be Hugo. Then Kaz had to guess who had sex in a car park. She guessed Toby. She was correct. But also she kisses him back with even more. It was a good kiss. So I'm kind of like, ooh, because they were both like, ooh. But you know what? I'm not going to get my hopes up. Especially after Caleb and Justine in Love Island USA. I'm not getting my hopes up. But I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit like, ooh. What do you guys think? Could it be a thing? Should we just take it as a snogging a challenge? What do you guys think? Liberty had to guess who had sex in the kitchen. She kisses Jake, and she was definitely marking her claim. She was like, Chloe, bitch, Jake is mine. And it turned out it was Aaron. Then Faye had to guess who kissed 10 girls in one night. And she kisses Hugo, and it was Hugo, but notably she gave Hugo a peck. It was not a snog. It was literally a peck, like family kiss on the Sims, shawty. Nobody rates Hugo. It's quite sad. And then Chloe had to guess who was a minute man. She kisses Aaron. That was another kind of passionate kiss, but it was actually Brad. And that's the reason why he hasn't had sex since 2019, shawty. It's all clear. After the challenge, obviously, it's getting to the night where Chloe has to pick what man she's going to steal. she asked the girls who should she pick, and what's funny is that they said that she should pick Hugo. They literally just threw Hugo out there because nobody wants him. Like, literally nobody rates Hugo. It's actually quite sad. Notably, Shannon was a bit pressed earlier in the day when Chloe came out in her bikini, but by the night she was kind of just like, you know what, I'm not going to be territorial over Aaron because I really don't like him like that. So if Chloe picks him, I'm not going to be pressed because I don't actually like him. But Liberty and Faye are definitely going to be pressed if their men get picked. They're definitely going to be pressed. I kind of, even though I think Jake is creepy and Liberty should find someone else, I don't want Liberty to have her man stolen. I don't want her upset. Faye, I wouldn't mind seeing it because I want to see her kick off. And then obviously at the end, Chloe's kind of like to Cass, I'm not going to play it safe. I'm going to do what I want because at the end of the day, this is my game. Chloe's kind of like, I don't want to pick someone that I don't really want and not have a good time. And you know what? I feel like, yes, you should stay true to yourself. And also, it's literally been one day. So yeah, she should go for it. But it'd be interesting to see who she actually chooses. Because, you know, people be saying, you know, oh, I'm not going to hold back, and then they'd be playing it safe. So, you know, I'd like to see the results. Obviously, we have to wait till tomorrow because the editors are being little bitches and we've been left on a cliffhanger. I personally think it's going to be between Jake, Brad or Aaron. She says she's not playing it safe. So if that is truly the case, I think it will be between Jake and Brad. But I'm thinking Brad. Hopefully Brad, because I want to see Faye kick off. I need some more drama. We got a little bit of drama this episode. I want to see more. You know, we already know I'm team mess. But I'd be interested to hear from you guys. Who do you guys think she is going to pick? Let me know. Also, they say that there's meant to be a twist at the beginning of the next episode, and everyone's kind of shocked. I don't really know. You know how these editors love to tease. I think for me, true entertainment, someone's going. Like, whoever's man gets stolen, they have to go. For me, that would be you really pushing the envelope, you really delivering this year. I feel like we need an elimination. But what do you guys think it's going to be? Do you think it's just going to be like, oh, this person's vulnerable, like they always do? Or do you feel like it's going to be a straight elimination? Do you think they're bold enough to do that? That would be a bold move, and I would be here for it, to be honest. I would be here for it. So yeah, that's pretty much the rundown of my thoughts on this episode. Do let me know what you thought about this episode. How are you feeling about Chloe? How are you feeling about the other girls' reaction to Chloe coming in? Who do you think Chloe's going to pick? Are you feeling for my boy Hugo, or are you just kind of like, it is what it is? Because, you know, nobody's rating our boy out here. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you have, don't forget to put my notification bell on so you know when my next podcast is dropping. I'm also trying to get to 3.2k subscribers. We just hit 3.1, so thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. Yeah, until next time, guys. Bye.